Hey guys, so I am piecing together when I'm putting together videos, so I apologize if it doesn't seem like I have a good start and a good end, but I mentioned to you guys before, it's not my forte to video myself while I'm doing my projects. Trying to remember, there are some things I just want to get done and I don't have to worry about whether I've got a video angle for that. So piece together some stuff I'll show you guys, but basically I have got my wall framed, I have started the drywall. The main piece that's left is this one, and the reason I haven't put it up yet was because I am going to have a hood, and so I need to figure out where it's going, and so I needed to run an outlet to this area. So this has just recently been run, it's not attached yet, and then this will be the outlet for it, and then I'm going to tie in the two outlets that are going to be on this wall. This old house, the breakers are not aligned well, so there are a couple places in the house that if I try, and I apologize for the noise from my neighbor, so there are places in the house where if I try to run things in tandem, the whole house will trip because there's just too many splices into a couple of breakers. My apartment's not as bad. My upstairs, I think he's got like 4 breakers total. So at some point I hope to add some breakers to his box just so that I don't think he has problems with things tripping, but just on the safe side, in the future it'd be better. So this line here is going to be brand new. And again, I'm going to tie into the outlets that are already on this wall. They are tied into the fridge. The fridge runs along and ties into who knows what else. So I'm going to dedicate this hood line with these 2 outlets. And this will be the bank of cabinets where I'll have appliances like our, whatever this is called, the pressure cooker, slow cooker thing, slow cookers. And we're gonna have our coffee maker probably on the adjacent wall with the pantry stuff. Since you usually use coffee with the pantry all the time, it makes more sense to tie it in on that side. But what I have decided, this wall here is such an odd wall, as you guys have seen. Nothing is centered, and there's nothing you can do about that. So what I'm planning to do is put a hood here, no other cabinets. I might have some plant shelving across the windows, but no actual cabinets on this wall. I'm gonna have a bank of cabinets here and on the adjacent wall, kind of mirror image of each other, not exactly, but similar, so that I can have a good storage for pantry, a good storage for, this will be where pots, pans, cups, dishes, the whole 9 go. And I think that works well. I've been really considering where I want things to be in the kitchen as I'm utilizing the space haphazardly. So we'll see. And I haven't decided yet for tile, but I do know that if I have any, well, I will have uppers, but I haven't decided, because now that I'm saying it out loud to you, it may not turn out the way I'm saying it, but I wanted the uppers, so upper cabinets used to start down here. I want to start them higher so that I have more room underneath. So again, for things that are bigger, they'll have more clearance area. So my uppers will probably start like right about here, so you guys can see. So it's about 5 foot up instead of the 4 foot whatever. And then they'll go up to the ceiling. Of course, on this side, because of that water line, they'll be kind of faux back or what have you, so that it doesn't interfere with that water. And on the other side, it'll go up as well. So that is my progress for you guys right now. I've got to install that breaker, which means I've got to wait till after Paul's off of work so we could turn off the whole house, and then I could install the breaker, install the outlet, and let me show you how I know where these things tie in, at least part of it anyway. So coming out of my common space, let me go wide angle so it's a little easier for you guys to see. This is our common space. We're in the middle of spring cleaning, so there's a lot that's got to get cleaned up here. But basically, behind here, let me move this stuff out of the way. This is not me.
Whoa.
This is what was already existing, and this is part of the tie-in. So this cord going down connects to the fridge, which then of course connects to whatever's below. So they ran this up to tie into this, which was a fire alarm, no longer there. So I'll take this down. And then this ties in right there to one outlet and then further over to the other outlet. So they didn't bother to open the walls. They just ran it in the common space, which, you know, for ease of effort, I guess I'll give you a solid C+. But honestly, how hard would it have been to take off these slats and just run it in the wall properly? Because that's really annoying. But I will fix that. I will open the wall, tuck these wires in properly. This wire won't come out anymore because it'll stop at this outlet, so this will go away. And yeah, that's just kind of crazy when you see all the wires that just kind of hang out. And you know, I'm just glad that, you know, so far nothing has been super fire hazardy. I've been trying to address all these little things as I go. Okay, so I got the outlets moved and I now know why they ran it outside of the wall. Let me show you guys. So I pulled the extra wire that was coming in from the refrigerator, which connected to this. This is now just not anything. We might rehook it up, but whatever. And then this wire connected to that wire. I pulled this and all that junk fell out of the wall. So like the insulation blown in or whatever it is. So I was trying to quickly do what I needed to do so that this wouldn't keep falling. But I'll figure out if I can rerun this inside the wall. But for now, I have a headache. I don't want to do it. But I do have this outlet, that outlet, stove outlet, all connected to the same run. They're just not connected to the breaker yet. So let me show you guys. So you come in here. So fridge works. It just has 2 less outlets on it, which is better for the breaker that it's on anyway. This was upside down, reinstalled it, took out the extra because this was where that line was coming over. So this connects to that, which we will put an outlet back on and then run it up to here. That is now installed, and this goes into the basement and over to the breaker box. So that's all I got to do now is install this guy, which I can do anytime now because this isn't connected to anything. There's no power. It's completely dead. So I can work on that safely now. Okay guys, so I don't like always going through all the tedious things of showing you everything, so we're doing little clips of things like, see me put a little drywall up, see me do a little bit of this. So I have drilled through the outside of my house to put in the ductwork for the hood, which we got yesterday. I have just finished wiring the wire for this outlet and the other two that are on the wall to the breaker. Everything works perfectly good. Honestly, electric is not terribly difficult when you're doing things like this. I do know, after doing some of this work, that I think I know why my house trips sometimes, because a lot of the outlets are on 14 gauge wire, and I have bought, when I bought my wire to work on my bathroom, I bought 12 gauge wire. So that's what I'm using on these, are 12 gauge. Whether I'm overdoing it by having 12 versus 14, just so you guys know, the bigger the number, the smaller the gauge, i.e. the less it can handle. So like big appliances, like your fridges and dryers and stuff, they take like 10 or 6 or something like that. They take a big wire. And mine's 12. So I should have no problems with these ever tripping. And what I'll probably do at some point is figure out some of the other outlets that are prone to trip, to reroute them with the 12 gauge wire and take the 14 off, because that should help with the situation at hand. So I'm gonna keep going. What I decided to do, because I have an 8-foot piece already cut to this length, but of course the hard part is gonna be to notch out for the outlet and the duct. So what I think I'll do instead is I'm gonna measure wall to middle, cut that so I can just put that up. This will be its own piece, and then the rest will be its piece. So there'll be 3 pieces in total, but I think what's beneficial to that is then I can finagle with this a little bit more and cut out the pieces as they need to go. And then the other stuff I don't have to worry about holding heavy drywall up while I figure that out. It's just so much easier. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So this piece right here is a teeny bit, let's see if I can point to it. Right there is a little overlapping. So I'm gonna take my oscillating tool just to get them together, and then that should fix the problem there. And then of course, have to put that guy in as well. We have the outside installed. We have the hood vent. This I need to cut down because it's like 20 feet. I don't need 20 feet of ducting, and I'll save it for something else. And I have the outlet all prepped out. Now I have to create the support for the hood vent, and I've been researching, and it's supposed to be I think no more than 30 inches from the cooktop. So I'm going to measure that, make a line, and then figure out my box situation here. So we're going to put together at least just a basic structure for it so that we can start utilizing it before I make the actual cover itself.